Welcome to Mrs. Aslam's Ramadan diaries. Ramadan Mubarak or Ramadan Kareem, which means Happy Ramadan. So for me, Ramadan started on Friday the 24th of April. It is the month in the year where Muslims are expected to fast, which means that they have to go through the day without food or drink. It is a period where Muslims need to reflect on what is expected of them, and it is a period where Muslims have to remind themselves about how they should be behaving. Ramadan is not about putting old habits, or bad habits should I say, on hold. It means trying to get rid of those bad habits and trying to make yourself a better person. And therefore, Ramadan is a period of self-purification, about making yourself a better person for yourself, for your family, and for your community. The Aslam household started the Ramadan preparations on the evening of Thursday. And on Thursday evening, we were together as a family, and my niece and my son received a Ramadan calendar, almost like an advent calendar. So each store has a religious teaching. So day 1 was all about peace. Day 2 was about purity, for example. At the end of each day, my niece and my son open one of the doors to the calendars and remember one of the religious teachings and tried to follow those religious teachings every single day. The other thing that we did, as you can see here, is we decorated and put some decorations up for Ramadan in our living room, and we also gave out sweet parcels to one another. At this point of the month, what I'd like to say is we were all really excited, and we are thrilled that Ramadan is here. My Ramadan routine starts at between 3:15 and 3:30 in the morning, and yes, it's very difficult to get up at that time in the morning. I usually have a bowl of crunchy nuts in the morning just to get me going, because after this time I cannot eat or drink until sunset. Okay, so from sunrise to sunset, a Muslim cannot eat or drink. That's right, they cannot even have water. A lot of you usually ask me that, can you even have water? No, I can't. Can I chew gum? No, I can't. Nothing can enter the mouth, okay, and nothing can enter the body. Therefore, Muslims cannot eat, drink, smoke, chew. They cannot do any of that while they are fasting. Once I have had my crunchy nuts, I usually pray. Okay, so at around 4 o'clock in the morning, I usually pray. That is the first prayer of the day. Every day, I read a part of the Quran. The Quran is the holy book for Muslims. I then go to sleep until I wake up in the morning so that I can work from home. I also do some cooking in the evening so that my family can have a meal in the evening. We break our fasts usually around 8:30 in the evening. Now in summer, the days are much longer, and therefore it is much difficult. In recent days, it has been warmer, and therefore it's been difficult to fast. But otherwise, apart from praying 5 times a day, reflecting and thinking about God, trying to catch up on sleep and resting and working from home and marking your homeworks, that's about much really. I've tried to spend as much time as I can with my family, reading, watching television, that kind of thing, trying to distract myself from the feeling of feeling hungry or feeling thirsty, which is quite difficult. There are many benefits of fasting. For me personally, it's a period of where I really reflect on the things that God has blessed me with. some years I make a list of things that I am grateful for. I mentally go through all the things that I've been blessed with, especially when I'm praying Salah. Salah is the prayer that Muslims pray during Ramadan or during the course of the year. So Muslims have to pray 5 prayers during the day. That is called Salah. So to pray 5 times a day is called Salah. It is a period where I'm thankful for what I've been blessed with. To go without food or drink and to return to food and drink makes you realise how blessed you are. It makes me think about all those people that are less fortunate than myself. Now, some people do say to me, but there's other ways of feeling blessed or showing gratitude. Yes, there are. But for Muslims, it's a period where they think about what they have been blessed with and they don't take things for granted. But they must remember this throughout the year. It's not just about 1 month in the year. It's about thinking about all the things that they're blessed with throughout the year. Now, the amazing fact about fasting is that it helps you to detox your body. It helps you to get rid of toxins. It helps you to stabilise your blood sugar levels. There are many other benefits of fasting as well that it brings to the body. Okay, for some people, not me, it helps to clear the skin. For me, around day 14, I usually get spotty skin. I know, not very nice, but it happens, and I think that one of the reasons is that I become quite dehydrated. For me, Ramadan is also about reminding myself to give to charity. It is the time of the year where I pay my zakat or my zakat, which is my 2.5% of my savings, to charity. It is a period where we spend a lot of time with family and friends. Unfortunately, we are unable to do that because of the current situation, but there are other ways to come around it, such as video calling, WhatsApp calling, telephone call, that kind of thing. It's about really appreciating your family, your friends, your health. During Ramadan, I try to do as many good things as I can. This is known as good deeds in Ramadan. Now, a good deed is trying to do as many good things as you can. We introduced this during Lent, where we looked at the 40 acts. Similarly, in Islam, we tried to do as many good things as possible. So the Ramadan calendar that I showed you earlier on in the video that my niece and my son have, it reminds us of kind of things that we do. So for example, help make the iftar. The iftar is the evening meal that we have. So children in the family or my husband, for example, help me with the cooking, for example. Clean the table after iftar. That's another good deed. I tried to motivate my son. My son's only 9, by the way. I tried to motivate and educate my son into trying to do as many good things as possible for himself, for his family, and for other people as well. Ramadan is about a reminder, and children are often given good deed charts so they can mark off how many good deeds that they've done. And Muslims are reminded that the more good things that they do, the more rewards that they get from Allah, so that when they die, that their afterlife is much better, and so they've got a better chance of going to heaven. What you can see here is some examples of good deed charts that some Muslims may use. Although it's been day 4 of Ramadan, I have experienced some difficulties, and I probably will continue to experience some difficulties, but that is the whole purpose of Ramadan, is to think about your challenges and think about how you're going to overcome them. Having challenges in life or having challenges during Ramadan does not make you weak. It makes you stronger, in my opinion. So for me, I pray 5 times a day. Now, lockdown has enabled me to focus on my faith a bit more, and I'm really grateful for that, because I do think about all those people who are sick in the world. It helps me to pray for those people who are vulnerable. It helps me to focus on my faith. It has enabled me to become stronger. That's my faith. Now, during Ramadan, Muslims usually tried to pray the 5 prayers in mosques as much as possible. Now, this year, it's not possible. So one of the challenges for Muslim families this year is not being able to go to mosque and have congregational prayers. But the Aslam family have tried to do that at home. So during prayer, we have my dad, my husband, my son and myself praying together. And that's 5 times a day. Yes, that's morning time, lunchtime, late afternoon, when we break out fast, so about 8:30, and then about 10 o'clock. And yes, it does get tiring. It gets extremely tiring. But that's all about challenges, isn't it? It's all about trying to overcome them. I think it's even harder to pray. For me, I'm talking from experience here. For me, it's hard to pray 5 times a day, especially when I'm tired and I'm thirsty and I've woken up early in the morning, as many other Muslims have done so. But at the same time, I get a sense of peace. I get a sense of calmness when I am praying, especially with my family, and I feel blessed. I truly feel blessed, and it helps me not to take things for granted. It helps me to appreciate. Now, my dad, for example, has really struggled this year because he tries to go to a mosque as much as possible, and he prays there. So he's missing not going to mosque. We tried to pray together as a family as much as possible, and this is the first time in history within my family that we've actually prayed all 5 prayers together as a family, and that's a new experience which I'm really, really happy for, because it's been warm recently. I have been really thirsty, but I tried to distract myself by doing other things, such as sometimes watching TV, playing games with my son, going out into the garden, and I do get really tempted when I'm cooking as well. Those smells, it really is tempting, but I tried to resist temptation as much as I can. And so far, those are my challenges. As the weeks go by, I probably will become weaker, and I will become probably more tired, but at the same time, the immense satisfaction that I gain every single year and how it makes me humble, I think the benefits outweigh the challenges, and that's from personal experience. I will update you how I'm getting on later on in Ramadan, but until now, happy Ramadan. I hope you're doing well. Stay safe, thinking about you all. Take care. Bye.